Welcome to Head Wrecked, the show where we talk about the things that are wrecking your head and the things that are wrecking our heads. I'm John, and with me as always is Alan. Say hi, Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Alan, episode 38, I think it is. It probably should be about 200, but it's 38. So here we are. How's things?
Good. I currently have some peanuts between my
Good.
teeth.
Yeah, and they looked very nice. They looked very nice. Alan, Alan, there's so much going on in the world right now. And our little bubble, I tell you. Do you know what wrecks my head? Let's
Tell
get
me.
straight into it, Alan. Bills, right? Nobody likes bills, right?
Like Bill Clinton
No,
and
no,
Bill
yeah,
Cosby
no,
and
yeah,
Bill Murray and
yeah. What you're like, you're that was really
mass out of my bill
divisive
knowledge.
level of bills. You got Bill Cosby and
They're
Bill
all,
Murray. They should not be next to each other. They can't be because is one of them Bill Cosby?
is Bill
No, they're
Cry
both. I don't know. They're both still alive. Anyway, let's not talk about them.
with the hipping and the
Yeah.
hopping and the flipping and the popping.
No,
Good
bills.
Simpsons reference.
Bills always fucking come at the wrong time, don't they? They're like it's such a cliche, but they do. But I don't like getting them, and I don't like paying them. I do pay them. Trust me, I pay them. But I kind of realized how little my bills are when I read a news article during the week, and I thought it was quite funny. Did you see that Russia has fined Google two
I saw.
decillion, or is it decillion? I don't know, in fines because they closed YouTube in Russia. I mean, fuck me. Imagine being the person
Yeah.
in Google in accounts, right? You get this little envelope with the bill and it's itemized.
But that's not that's technically not a bill though. Yeah, in
No, I
fairness,
know, but can you imagine?
like
Like, I
the
went there.
electricity company don't fine you for using their electricity and go, we owe us 206. Technically
Okay.
they are.
Well, it actually kind
Yeah,
of is, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of
Actually,
more of
now that I think
fine.
about it, now
Yeah,
that I've spoken
yeah.
it out, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
bill. They made it sound all nice and chill by calling it a bill, but really it's a fine. But imagine being fined two decillion, whatever. That
20,
how
it's
many zeros?
20,
How many zeros
20
there
to
are?
killion.
Sorry, 20, and there are how many? 33, 33 zeros. Like that's
Two zero
ridiculous.
zero 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 zero
Oh, I
zero
knew you were going
zero
to do
zero
that.
zero 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 zero
Like,
zero 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 and zero zero zero. That's
like
literally the exact amount.
absolute nightmare. I'd love to have been the person that
But it
opened that
wouldn't fit
invoice
in an
letter.
Excel spreadsheet. Think about it.
With
You'd get like that
with that
weird.
many
Remember
numbers,
on a
yeah.
calculator, you'd
Yeah.
add like you'd be messing around. What's 7 billion multiplied by seven hundred
Yeah,
thirty-five
you can't
gajillion,
write
and you get
boobies
the
with that.
E1.
Yeah,
You
you
get the
can't write
E1.
boobies. It's just boo. You don't get the chance to do the bees at the end. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that made me laugh. That made me feel better about the bills that I get. So I felt slightly less head wrecked. But I mean, to be fair, that's more money than any company ever has ever made, probably collectively. So that's not going to be paid. So, yeah. Can we all do that? Let's all do that. Let's all not pay our bills. Let's see what happens.
I might contact Google and go, hey, listen, I'll deal with Russia if you give me one
Give
percent
him,
of that.
give him a little dish out, a little dig out.
Yeah,
Here, lads,
yeah.
I hear you're struggling paying the last bill.
But imagine going in, going, and why do you think you should get this job? Let me Google it for you. And everyone laughs around in the room. Everyone does
Oh,
a round robin wank, and all done. Everyone gets the job.
do you know what Google should do? You know when you Google something and at the bottom it's like Google, like for the Google for the amount of pages, they should do like
That would be funny.
250 the killion of on the bottom of the page. That'd be funny. Just take the piss out of Russia because we all should really. Yeah, that made me laugh. That made me feel better about myself, and I kind of went, "Do you know what? Maybe my bills aren't too bad. Yes, they fucking are. I don't have the money that Google has, but there you go. So that wrecked my head a little bit.
Do you
Bills.
not? Do you not? So I get bills, but I basically pay off the same amount every single month. So let's say my bill comes to, for the sake of arguments, 75 quid a month. I
Hmm.
normally throw in like 90 quid or 100 quid a month. I do a
Do
extra
you?
payment every month. Yeah, so that means by the time kind of December comes around, I'm incredible by a full bill, at least. Do you know the way? If you put an
Yeah,
extra
I
10 in per
will.
month,
We used to do that with the electricity. It was like direct debit the same amount
yeah.
every month. So then, in the
The
summer and it like catches up.
yeah.
But you can't do that now because it's so expensive.
So,
It's like it
yeah.
just still doesn't pay itself off for us anyway.
I I just go on whenever I get paid, I go on and take off and just pay like €100 every single month off all the bills. by card.
Yeah. Oh, by
And
card,
then
by credit card. Yeah, and then pay the
no,
credit
no,
card.
no, by
Yeah, that's
debit card.
probably cheap.
No,
Yeah, okay.
I pay. I just come out of my account, but then it just means that my account are then credit by a couple of hundred because especially over the summer.
Yeah, yeah.
You were not using your gas, for example. I just still continue to pay whatever the equivalent amount of what I'm able to afford throughout the
Yeah,
rest of the
yeah,
year.
yeah,
So
yeah.
which means by the time kind of it's mild November, but yet my heating still comes on for 10 minutes a day. By the time cold weather comes around, you've been credited by a good bit of money. Financial advice here on Headright.
Yeah, it's funny. Alan, his inbox has been inundated with companies offering credit. Pay us the money into our account, Alan. Thank you so much. We
Yeah.
know
So
you'll never
one guy
fall
actually
behind.
said he's a prince and he has 20 million for me. So there you
Yeah, I think that's someone in Google looking to pay off a bill.
go. Yeah, they're just going to send it. They're going to send it 1 decillion emails to 20 people.
Oh, can you imagine? Oh, what's been wrecking your head, Al? What's been annoying you? Do you have Anton,
So
as they say, Anton?
something very specific happened today. Now, I know I've alluded to it before. We spoke with similar things. We
Look
all
at you
know
and
that
your words. Eluded.
we
First he
all
pays off
have.
his bills in advance, and now he's using like word of the day toilet
Just
paper.
for listeners, I dumb down my language I use on this podcast. Otherwise, John looks at me glazed over, going, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah, I do.
He's
I
like
do.
a dirty dozen from Krispy Kreme, glazed.
No,
So many jokes now, and I'm gonna move on
listen.
for that one. And
No,
no, I'm gonna
no,
move on for that one.
no. We're not editing that one out. Krispy Kreme. I don't get it. Is it? Am I the only
Because
one
they
in
don't deliver to Wexford. Is that why you can't get
I
it?
don't get it because I can't. No, I don't. It's like it's just a
So good.
donut. It's
The
just.
glazed ring donuts. As much as
I
I have to be
heard
careful googling that.
somebody
Never
said that.
Google glazed rings.
Glue glazed rings and see what you get. No,
They're really good.
I
And then you
try
can
them.
freeze them. You buy loads of them. You freeze them,
It
and
just
then you
there was
unfreeze them and you throw
nothing
them in the.
special. No, to me it was just sorry. It was just a donut, and I find donuts too bready. Whatever way I prefer like the
Doughy, hence the donut, or nutty, I suppose. Bready, they're fucking, they're not called bread
no,
nuts, you think.
no, but you
It's a
know.
croissant. A bread nut's a croissant.
No,
A
okay,
croissant,
a
sorry, based
croissant.
upon how
Yeah,
you
see,
mentioned
see,
before.
I was
But
just
you
about
get
to
in the
correct you.
restaurant. The croissant.
No, but you know when you eat a croissant and it's like it's the way they're supposed to taste, and then sometimes you buy one and it's on a shelf, it's not fresh, and it has that kind of a doughy bread kind of. It's not the same.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I
I
know what you mean.
find that with donuts. There you
Really?
go. So I don't get it with Krispy Kreme. Anyway, sorry. What happened to you today that you alluded to before? Enthralled. Oh, there you go. I like it
Enthralled.
too.
I wondering what that bump in your trousers were. Um, so mentioned before about having cats and the annoyance of having cats.
Yeah.
My cat decided today he decided he wants to puke, right? As you know,
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
cats, but he had projectile vomit. But the thing is, he ran from being outside into my couch, vomited over a couch, realized he vomited on my couch, jumped to my other couch, vomited all over that couch, ran away, looked at me, meowed, and puked all over the floor, on the wall, and then ran into the room. And then he
Oh,
fell
yeah.
asleep.
Yeah, yeah. But we've all
Like,
done that on really, really epic
yeah, well,
nights out, though. To be fair, I've seen you like that. You've seen me like that.
man, yeah, no, I wouldn't puke on a couch though. Like I have
You've
enough
never,
sense in my
of
head.
course you have.
I
Of
haven't.
course you puked out of a car. We've all done
What's the worst body fluid you have ever put on a couch?
it. The worst body fluid I've ever put on a couch. Alan, I'm not answering that because I've put every bodily fluid on a couch, I think.
Did you ever fuck your couch when you were younger?
No, is that an
That was a
honest
big
question?
thing. It was a big thing
My couch,
apparently.
as in ride,
Like the
as in
cushions.
have sex with my
Yeah,
couch.
use the cushions. It's like what people
No,
would have done with like, some of the
never.
mattress and stuff like that,
No,
a hole in the ground.
we've
You
alluded
could
to this
now you had their
before.
Krispy Kreme donuts, the circle ones. You could eat
Yeah,
those
that's what
then,
I had.
like
That's
game
why
of
they're
ring
not
toss.
nice to eat. They're fucking full of
That's why they're
jizz.
glazed. Yeah,
No, I never have. I never. And we spoke before about the whole using a sock as well,
and the
and then that
Danny
and
Glover,
it developed into Danny Glover.
the
Yeah,
Fanny Glover. Sorry.
yeah. No, no, I never have. I don't. No, no, no. Good news. Actually, I meant to say. I think I said it to you. Did I say it to you? Yeah. Um, we people can now buy us a coffee, Alan, if they want. Did I tell you that? If people like to listen to this show and they want to like keep us hyper, and we both are like coffee, we're kind of coffee snobs. They can buy us a coffee. Do you know where they can buy us a coffee, Alan?
on the side of the road when we have our sign out, like
No.
begging.
On the app that's called, I'm so bad at this. On the app that's called Buy Me a Coffee. If you go buymeacoffee.com/headwrecked, you can buy us a coffee if you want and help support the podcast. Anyway, there you go. Wouldn't that be nice? I think it's buymeacoffee.com. I should know
I'm
that.
checking this. I'm checking this
Yeah, no,
forward
it is.
slash
It's
head wrecked.
buymeacoffee.com/headwrecked. Yeah, and there we are. You can buy us a
And I
coffee.
think, oh, there we are. Oh, dear
Yeah.
God, the close-up pictures of us are bleeding terrible on that.
Aren't they? Yeah. We'll
Um,
have to update them because my beard is so much grayer than it was in that picture. I'm gonna have to update it. Yeah. It's so much grayer
but
now.
I look like I have a cleft lip.
Yeah, well, that's the picture you chose. So,
Versus, but I think in fairness now, if people want to celebrate by buying us a coffee because we have been nominated for some
yes,
pod
I can't
awards.
believe we haven't spoken about that either.
I don't
Jesus, yeah,
know.
tell them about that, Alan. The Irish Pod Awards. We've been
I'm not going to
nominated.
lie to
There
you.
you go.
I've
Just
kind of
say
maxed out my information I have on it at the moment. Pod awards,
it.
Irish pod awards.ie.
IrishPodAwards.com. I don't know. We're nominated for two awards. We're nominated for Best Comedy. Don't know how.
Lovely.
And Best Newcomer 2024. Don't know how, but it's great. I'm delighted. And it was public vote. So thank you so much to everyone who voted. And the awards are in January in
There, and
so we'll
if you
find out
feel
then
that
if we
coffee
won.
isn't enough, you can buy the tickets first if you want instead.
Yeah. Buy us a coffee so that we can use that coffee money to get to Dublin. So it's easy for Alan, right? Because he literally just has to get on a bus and he's at the venue for the awards.
You'd
'Cause, you know, we
think
want to
that, but
go,
it's
right? But
not.
I need to get
Dublin
up
is
there.
shit for stuff like that.
Yeah, but look, we'll
It,
see. We
you know
may
what?
we may
I
win. We're
can't
up
get
against
to
some
where this
heavy
is
hitters. Okay, why? Oh, on a bus. Okay, so
because
right. Well,
it's
okay, because
in
I was planning on going to
Estella.
your house. No, it's not in the Stella anymore. It's in the Alex. Is it? It's called the Alex. I don't know
Oh,
where
yes,
that is.
hotel.
Anyway, there you go. That's how much we no
That's the old
we're make we're
Alexander Hotel.
I don't know. We're
And
being very flippant about it, but we're
it's
actually
very,
very
that's very
excited and
posh.
very oh, it's very posh, is it? I don't like using that word. I think posh is for people with notions. I don't believe in the
Well,
word
it comes
posh.
from, you know where the origin,
No.
the, really?
Where does the word posh come? Are you literally Googling where does the word posh come from?
It comes from it comes from shipping, I believe.
Really?
I
Oh.
believe. So it meant port out, starboard, home. And there were people who were more wealthier got to have the better standing or sitting area.
Is that right?
Uh,
Okay. I did not. Every day is a learning day on Headrect, guys. You learn that the word posh is actually an acronym for
From port
port
out,
out.
starboard, home, I was designated the most desirable accommodations on a steamship voyage from England to India and back.
So there are posh seats on Ryanair flights, the ones that are facing the sun or the island.
Ryanair don't fly to India.
Well, wherever they fly to. Well, no, they do, but you're going to America, but you land in India and then you have to get a bus the rest of the way.
Okay, firstly, that's wrong because Ryan don't even fly to America, John. This is just it's just
Oh my God.
your attempted humor has failed based upon easily so many incorrect facts.
Do you know what? You need to go back to eating chocolate before a podcast, not peanuts, because you're far more easy to please when you eat
I
chocolate.
far more saltier.
Oh yes, Alan, you never fail to wreck my head. Actually, here we go. Speaking of flying, right? Flying and all that kind of and the sky, it just reminded me of it. The Northern Lights, okay? They've been seen
What's
twice.
that got to do with
There is a
flying? Isn't
flying and in the sky. Okay, there is a bit of a
but
segue
someone
there.
isn't flying up there with like green, I want to say chemtrails, but green smoke. I'm not going, right there
No.
now, lads. Can I look up the sky there? Right, ready to go. Right, and three, two, and one, look. Hey, that's not what happens.
Well, maybe they are, but who would know unless you're looking at them through the eyes of your phone? Alan, I don't get what everyone is fucking on about. Please help me here. I thought for years and years and years that if you go to Iceland and you see the Northern Lights and you lie
They're
down in
super
the
green.
snow, all whatever or wherever you go, and you just see it and you go, "Oh wow, that's magical." At least that's the way it was portrayed with Disney. But now to see them, you have to look at it through your phone, so you can't see it with your naked eye. You have to take a picture. What the fuck? You're
If
grand.
you're
I'll
wearing
just
like
Google it.
meta sunglasses, not like meta glasses, would you see them then? I wonder.
I
No, because the camera,
no,
I don't know. No, you might be able to see them with the Meta
I
Quest
don't,
3, the
maybe,
VR
but
headset.
yeah, but what's the
Really
point in
hard though
that?
when you're having a wank during it
That's
though.
my whole point is everyone's going, yeah, they're out here, and I looked out the window. No, they're not there. You have to
Just
hold your
Google an
phone up
image
and
of it.
take that's my point. It's like, what is the point? Why is everyone going on about it? I missed them, but I didn't miss anything at all because literally Google a picture on my phone, I'm seeing the same thing, and I can pretend that's my back garden. Big whoop. Everyone calm down. It's just the Northern Lights. There you go. There's my 2 cents on it. They annoy me. Everyone's just going on about it the whole time.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever Googled?
Oh, what's the weirdest thing I've ever Googled? I, I, oh God, I don't know. You've thrown me. I don't know. That's a weird one. I can't answer that because I don't know because practically everything is weird. And now
We have Googled
my
some weird shit in
basis,
the
my
past.
basis for weird is not,
What
it's
it
not
used to
high
be.
level anymore because it's just normality now at this
We
stage.
need to. We may have said the story. I can't remember if we did this. I'm not going to go into the details of the story. I think you changed from your innocent country ways of not Googling stuff the moment we went and watched Eel Soup.
Yes, and the fabled two girls, one cup as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you allowed to talk about that? Wasn't that thing that was banned for years, wasn't it? You weren't allowed to talk about it, but apparently I think you are now. You still can't find videos of it online, which I find totally surreal because you can find everything else online. Why is that
Really?
still banned?
Do you want to
No, you
pop it
can't.
up on our
No, you can't.
socials?
No,
If anyone knows where they are, our socials, you
we
can find
don't
us
want
on
to
Instagram or
know.
head underscore
Oh
rect.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you never did this earlier, so I'm getting this in head underscore rect on
We're
Instagram.
head
Send
underscore rect
us
on Instagram and we're head rect podcast
rect
on
podcast.
Facebook.
And we're buying me
And
a coffee
buy me a
forward slash
coffee.
head rect.
Yeah, if you like what we're saying, because we're award
Two guys,
nominees,
one
Alan.
cup.
Yeah, yeah,
Two
two
guys, one.
guys.
That's what it should have been called. Two guys, one
Well,
cup.
I always thought that we should have brought out a podcast where we're drinking tea and it's two guys, one cup of tea. I always thought that'd be great. Tea for our American listeners is Irish for tea.
Yeah, I don't drink
I
tea
always
though.
thought two guys, one cup of tea. There you go. Only it'll be 2 cups a day. But I don't know. We've Googled some crazy shit over the years. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna edit that
But
bit out.
what what head wrecks me about googling stuff though is why do they have all the other pages? You only ever pick the first five results. It's like page one of 700. Why? Tell me.
Yeah,
I don't
and you
care if I did
notice
it.
the ads are so prominent on the top now that
It's
every
so
even
bad.
even when you Google something specific, like I don't know, like Ballygown water, for example. I don't know. I'm
You
just
said that's so animated on the camera, by the
because
way. It's
I'm
like
looking at a bottle of water.
hands in the air,
I'm
like
looking at a
do that
bottle of
emoji
water.
where you have the person with their hands out each side, like Ballygowan water.
Ballygown
Look at
Irish
you. No wonder
water.
why you can't pay
You
your bills.
Google
You're
that's
buying Ballygowan water.
I'm
You buy
not.
the cheap little stuff for 20 cents and then you're
I
fine.
excuse me, I have the same
We
one,
have the
but
same bottle.
Ballygown because we've the
Well, we both
same
have the same bottle of
the
water,
same
actually.
cheap
That's
bottle
funny.
of water. But I said Ballygown because I knew it was a
Fair play.
brand, right? Like a recognized brand, and it's a shit ton of ads at the top. I don't know if I Google that now. I haven't Googled it, but I'm just saying
I'm
it's
googling.
loads of ads
There is
offering
other water
other
available.
water. Yeah,
There's
but
other water
that's
available.
the whole point of Google, isn't it? I suppose is to find what you want.
Weirdly,
But
one of the first things that come up is actually Tesco selling Ballygowan water.
that's what I
No, it's only
mean.
Ballygowan.
But that's
No, but
an
it's only
ad.
Ballygowan though.
That's sponsored.
Yeah,
I just find it odd that you don't fully get what you're looking for
hang
straight
on a
away
second.
anymore on Google. I'm kind of losing faith in it a little bit. Do you know what? Maybe they've shut down some servers and not putting the effort in because they're saving money for their
20
20
decillion.
decillion to pay back. Got rid of
Weirdly,
Ron in
so
accounts.
I've clicked into this. So a sports bottle of Ballygowan is what, €2 in like the garage plus €7 can bottle deposit. But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
but neither of that. You can buy a 12 pack for €24. That does not sound like good deal for me buying them bulk.
No,
A
it's like
12
two
pack
quid
when they're two
each.
euros. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's like the
that's
exact
just
same.
the
I
same
like exact
price.
same. Yeah, for me, I'm
No.
expecting it maybe like €20.
Yeah.
Order in the next 21 hours, 40 minutes, get delivery by 7th of November.
How much is
21
delivery?
hours.
No, you're grand, thanks. Sure, no, 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 no. Um, I
1 to 2
have.
day delivery. Oh, that wrecks my head. People who don't 1 to 2 days delivery. They left it yes. Why? What is that? I've seen it so many times on websites now.
Hmm.
I don't know if they're Americanizing it or they're cheapening the English language. I know I mentioned alluding to earlier, but it's like one
Hmm.
to 2 day delivery. It's days delivery. 1 to 2 days
One
delivery.
to 2 day. 1 day delivery. 2 days delivery. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's plural. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but
You're right, Alan.
it's not plural. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're well, maybe that is the Americanisms kicking in again. I mean, that's why there are different spellings on words. because of the Americans and the cost of print all those years ago for newspapers. That's why color over here in Ireland, in Europe, well, some parts of Europe, we have U. They don't in America because it was paid by the letter in their newspapers. So there you go. That's why it's Z instead of S and things like that because it can shorten. They shorten the words. There you go. There. See, every day is a learning day on Headwrecked.
So words were same as the purple isn't on flags. It's
What?
on 5 flags in total because
What?
purple you can't. So it's not a naturally occurring dye color or whatever. So you have to. It's a fake color or a man-made color. So it was really expensive to manufacture. So purple on
How?
flags only on five
But
flags.
there are purple flowers, aren't there? No? Are there not? There must be a natural purple in the universe.
Apparently there wasn't.
Oh, hmm. Okay. Wow. Every day is a learning day on the header. Well, there's a lot of learning going on here today. Come here. I have to ask, did you um fall for the fake Halloween
No,
parade that
that's
was
so funny.
okay?
That's
So I
so
know
funny.
international. So this is along the lines for me of that Willy Wonka fake thing in England or Scotland was it? You know the event that they had that was generated by AI and loads of people turn up and it was totally fake. The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Willy
Oh,
Wonka
I
event
knew about
in
the what
Scotland. I
was
think
it
it was a couple of
the
months ago.
what's the name of the Royal series over in America that had that? What was it called?
The Royal. I don't
No,
know.
and it was a really shit. Like it was like some fellas put like two curtains on up.
No, probably something similar to that. Well, this is like along those lines for me is if you haven't heard the news on Halloween just gone because we are literally at the start of November now. Pakistani website, not I don't think that's relevant. I don't know. Had
I think
were
it was.
list
I think it was. Yeah.
they were listing loads of Halloween events, and one was that there was going to be a parade down the main street in Dublin, similar to Patrick's Day parade but it was all AI generated or something similar and hundreds. But
So
although the pictures, it looked like thousands of people, not
it
hundreds.
was 1,000.
Yeah,
So
it looked like a
apparently,
lot.
I watched the guy who runs the website came out and said that apparently it was there last year, and they basically they put up stuff for all the countries every single year. And they went, you know what? If you've had it previously, this person obviously doesn't understand how Ireland works. They're obviously going to be, it's like it was called the annual Halloween festival that
Yeah, yeah,
happened
yeah.
once.
Yeah. Did it?
And
Was
again,
it
so
one?
put
So there was one. I don't
there
remember.
was,
But
but not to
yeah,
the same extent. It was
yeah,
some
yeah,
weird one down like Skippereen or something like that.
yeah.
But it was a case of they went, oh, well, obviously it's going to be in Dublin. So they took the facts were correct previously and made an assumption when something's called an annual happens every single year.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well,
But there's
I mean, I
thousands,
do feel
thousands.
sorry for them, right? Because, I read the interview where he was really sorry because it was AI and blah, blah. It was never meant to happen. But at the same time, right? Nothing wrong happened, nothing bad happened. So part of me kind of goes, was it just a publicity stunt for this website that promotes events for different things? And now he's got all his um facts and figures to go to advertisers and things like that. I don't know. I don't know. Part of me thinks stuff like this does not happen by accident. They knew what they were doing, but it did make me laugh. And when I saw the pictures, I went, "Oh my God! I bet you Alan is there dressed up as fucking Donald Trump or something like an idiot in the crowd waiting for this shitty parade to go past."
Did you
That's
dress
not
up for
going to
Halloween
happen.
actually?
I did not dress up for Halloween. No, well, I put on a wig. There you go. For when trick-or-treaters came to the door. And yeah, we had some really nice trick-or-treaters this year. It was good. Yeah, it was a good Halloween. We did so. Do you remember a couple of episodes ago I was saying that we were going to a corn maze massacre? Now again, this is not paid for or promoted by Secret Valley
Did
here
people make the
in
honey?
Wexford. No, or is it Hidden Valley? Oh Jesus, it's definitely not promoted because I can't remember the name. But it's literally during the daytime it's a maze that you can walk around and like it's a petting zoo and all that kind of thing. And then at nighttime it's for adults and it is completely black and there's corn maze massacre and you have to walk around, no phones, no torches, nothing, and I don't want to give stuff away because I don't know what it's going to be like next year if you're planning on going, but do go to it. It was scary as shit. Even though we knew it was fake, and people were chasing us with chainsaws and frightening it like it was
Like
serious.
pharmaphobia type thing, is it?
Kind of, yeah, it was like pharmaphobia, but it was seriously, seriously good. And it's really hard to find pictures of it on the internet because they don't allow you your phone or cameras or anything. So even that was kind of
I'd be like,
scary.
fuck that. I'm bringing my
No,
phone with
no, but
me.
it did
Good luck to you.
make it because it was like it was just so, so, so dark and scary. It was brilliant. Anyway, highly recommend it. The Corn Maze Massacre. Do it
Was this not
Halloween
just you
next
going
year.
for a walk around Wexford?
No, it's not that bad. Will you stop? Wexford's a great
Which
spot.
Wexford or
Yeah, you wreck my head with Wexford. It's a great spot. I don't regret moving out in Dublin at all. My head was wrecked in Dublin, and it is
but you're
slightly
originally
less
from
wrecked.
Wexford, so
Yeah, so I moved home, but like I don't miss Dublin at all. I know I said that before. I don't. I like,
well,
I
you can
like.
fuck right off there coming up here for the fucking
Yeah,
awards then.
yeah, Alan, can I stay in your house?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know we did play it down a little bit with the awards because we were kind of, you know when you haven't been, well, actually, this is not speaking to you, Alan. This is speaking to the people. You know when you have been
And why
nominated,
am I not a person?
you're not a person. When you've been nominated, come here, come close to the speaker. So you know when you've been nominated for an award, and you don't know if you're going to win or not. And then part of you thinks it's a lie, that it's fake for a second because you're going, this can't be true. And then you're afraid to tell people because if you lose, then you're embarrassed. But, we don't know if we're going to lose, but it's just really nice to get the nod. So we're going to make the trip up. So we'll have some photographs, I'm sure, and we're going to dress up and iron the jacket and
And
the
that well,
trousers and
that
all
wrecks my
that.
head actually.
So can I stay in your house? Alan
Do you know
needs,
what wrecks
we
my
could
head
do a
about this? No.
podcast together from your house. Yes, let's do that. We'll do that for sure. Okay.
Beep,
In
beep,
January.
beep, 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 beep,
Alan
beep,
is hung
beep.
up. No, we do that in
The
January.
caller you're connected to has disconnected. Caller has disconnected. Do you know what wrecks
Well,
my head though about this stuff is when you go to
about
something like
award
this and you go,
ceremonies.
yeah, about an award ceremony, ceremonies in general
I've
is what to
never, I
wear.
can't think I've ever
What to
gone
wear.
to
But
any.
same as let's say
No,
wedding
no, no.
after
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah,
formal
yeah.
event. What to wear and what is acceptable to wear?
Yeah, well, they're two very
Jeans and
different
a shirt.
questions because what to wear, you could wear anything, but what's acceptable to wear? That's a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
different
yeah.
question. That's like, can I wear nothing? Is that acceptable? No, I know it's hard. Well, the afters of a wedding are different. You just, like, I would just typically wear like slacks and a shirt, that's it, chill enough,
But
but
that's your normal
dressed up
wear
enough.
clothes.
Yeah.
Sure, you know you're from Extra now by wearing that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to suit and boot. Are you not going to? Please tell me you're going to because I don't want to be wearing a suit and
No,
you're in a fucking one of your t-shirts that we talked about in an earlier podcast
with the
with the,
leather
with the
armpits.
leather armpits caked on of sweat and Nivea roll-on deodorant and everything. Fucking caked on. You
Woo,
could if you
Nivea.
cut it out, you use it as a frisbee.
I could use it as leather patches
Oh.
on blazers. Uh,
Actually, speaking of, okay, we're absolutely jumping all over the place. Anyway, the moral of the story is, Alan, you're dressing up, and I'm coming to your house. So there you go. I'm staying the night. So,
you don't have
deodorant.
do you have my address? You have my new address yet?
No, I
Oh
don't.
fuck,
I'll
I think I
find you.
did.
I'll fucking find you. I'll find
I don't
you.
know. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But I'm a particular set of
Imagine he was
skills.
at it. We getting to do the voiceover. Listen to head wrecked, or I'll find you.
He'll come out and go, do it. Do you remember about the big thing he did a couple of years ago? He came out going, I saw and it was a black guy, and I went out looking for him, and I find
Yeah,
any old black mother
that
or
was
black bastard,
that was
and
very
I wanted to,
strange.
and I wanted to beat him up. Any guy would have done.
Yeah,
It's like, well, yeah,
it was
I'm.
very.
That's not me. That's not me saying that, by the way.
No,
That's just me recalling what he said
e-
before.
e-
So that was a
exactly.
very
Who is
weird one.
what's the name? I can't even think of his name. The actor,
Liam
the Irish
Neeson.
actor, Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson. That's it. All right. Liam Neeson will not be on this podcast ever, I think, after this. But there you go. I'll find
Maybe we
you.
should, and maybe he can come on and go. I'm sorry for what I said, lads. I'm sorry.
My head's queer wrecked, lads.
And are these
Yeah,
okay for
yeah,
adults? Like, no, the in Ted. So
yeah,
funny when he does
yeah,
the cameo in Ted.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry, we digress as always.
Yes, of course we will. Well, that's what we're here to do. So I don't know. We're a bit giddy. We're a bit excited, because there's lots going on and we're nominated and stuff, and hopefully we'll win. But sure, if we don't, well, who do you want to meet up there? There's going to be, I presume there's going to be loads of heads. There'll be heads,
Do you know what
famous
I'm going to say?
Irish
I'm
people. I
looking
hope
forward
there'll
to
be
meeting
heads.
you, John, because we have not seen each other face to
Oh,
face
here
in
we
what,
go.
5 years?
No, is that
Nearly
long?
5 years?
Well,
Yeah.
it's since before COVID anyway.
So nearly 5 years.
Yeah, is it? Was COVID 5 years ago? Fuck.
COVID was 2020.
Oh my God. Wow.
I
Okay.
think it was around this time 5 years
Um,
ago.
yeah. No, in March, started in March. I remember because I was getting ready for the
Oh
Paddy's
no,
Day
yeah,
parade and
Paddy's
then it
Week.
was all
Yeah,
cancelled. Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, I
fuckers
am
with their
looking forward to
COVID.
meeting you, and we'll definitely have to do a podcast. But it's going to be, I don't know, it'll actually be really strange looking you dead in the eye. Or do we sit shoulder to shoulder, face to face? How
Do you
do
know
we
what's
do
gonna
this?
be
Are
really?
we fighting
But
for
this is
the
gonna
one
be.
mic?
But this is gonna be really, really weird. Okay, because we're gonna be sitting at a table shared with like 10 people. And anytime I've ever gone to award ceremonies, in
Do you think
previous
will it be like
life,
that? Yeah.
yeah, previous life was people
Okay.
would normally go to the table themselves. Now, the fact that it's in the Alex, yeah, I'd say it's more than likely it's going to be laid out very similar to kind of wedding tables. But normally people purchase a full table of 10 people. So they
Oh,
bring
okay.
them and all their friends.
Oh
So
my
we're going to
God.
be in
We're
the
going to be sitting there.
loser table.
No, we're going to be sitting on our own, aren't we? We're going
I'm
to
okay
be
with
on
that.
our
Get
own.
10
It's
meals.
going to be a one-seater table shared between the two of us. One seat. We're going to have one croissant between the two of us.
And the table's gonna be such a door that swings open from the
Yeah.
kitchen. You know,
Yeah,
keep
getting
getting
hit by
hit
it
in the
the
back
whole
of the
time.
head.
Yeah, the seat's going to be rocky.
Sorry, monsieur, I
Oh,
did not mean to hit
I
you with
know.
this tray
I know.
again.
I know. And then we win our award and we go down and I hope we get
Whoa,
two
hang
awards.
on. No,
I'm so
you need
sorry.
to move it. You
But no,
can't
no, I don't
stop
mean we
that
go down.
sentence
Not
there.
not down. Not yeah. Well, if it's a nice award, if we have to fight each other for it. If we get so here we go. I've never even thought of this, right? So I've only thought about how cool it is to go to the awards and stuff, and I've never actually thought of, okay, if we did, is there a speech? I don't know. God knows. I'm sure
More
you
than
have
likely
to
not.
say something, right? I'm sure. But are we going to get two awards or one? And if we get one, where
It's only
does it
one because it's for the
go?
show. It's for the show.
Yeah, but where does that go then?
You
Because
can have it. I don't give a shit.
100% you'll
You
have
have it. I don't give a shit.
100% when I leave, you'll have that hidden somewhere, or your cat will have vomited on it or something. I hope we get two. Wait, well, I don't know. Yeah, we should ask.
Hang
No,
on.
we
There's
can't
a
ask.
combination of things here.
Okay,
Firstly,
right,
we
go on,
need to
go on.
fucking
Sorry.
win.
Right.
Right. Firstly.
Okay, I know,
Secondly, you're
I'm going ahead of
assuming
myself.
they
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah,
give
yeah,
out an
yeah.
award. They might just be an envelope with a
Yeah,
with a
Mike.
fucking a €2.50 luncheon voucher for McDonald's or something like that.
It'll be a
Which I'd be
fifty
okay with
euro
that.
one for all. That's what the price is going to be. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. That's not bad. I would not, if you're listening, Irish Pod Awards, I won't be happy with that. I want at least €100 one for all voucher, 50 each.
But a big shout out to Irish Pie Awards because they're putting a lot together in a very,
Yeah,
very
there's a
short
lot
space
to
of
it, and
time.
it's
Yeah.
new. I know there were previously the Irish Podcast Awards, and I'm not sure if this is an offshoot of it or if the Irish Podcast Awards are even happening. No idea, but this is a separate new Irish baby entity. So it's cool. So we're just happy to be along for the ride. It's cool. Yeah, yeah, I'm happy with it.
And
Good
that
one.
proves at least one other person listens to this.
Well, look, it went to public vote. So, first of all, I thought it was a total accident that we were in it in the first place. But then when
Did
I
you
went to
Google make sure
public,
there's no other head wrecked one?
yeah, I did. There is no other one. And you know, at
Oh,
me
have they? I know what
on
you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah.
or
At
whatever
it.
on
At it.
Instagram or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
but like they went to public vote, so clearly people they were voting from all over the world. So yeah, so thank you. We are really grateful. So we'll let you know how it goes. Obviously, it's not happened till January. It is now November. So let's see how it goes.
It
Yeah.
actually was meant to be tomorrow, I think, wasn't it originally, the original one? But
Yeah, but yeah.
it's now January. Hopefully, look, I mean, hopefully this podcast you do enjoy listening to the podcast, especially this month, Men's Mental Health
Yes,
Awareness Month
it is. Yeah.
for November. So
Yes, men's mental health. But why is that really hard to
month,
say?
Men's
Men's,
Mental Health Month.
see, I find it, yeah,
Men's Mental Health Month.
yeah, very important. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why we started this podcast, really, to be honest.
Mhm.
And we've given it such a short window on this podcast right now, but that is the main reason why we did it because, COVID and not hanging around with people, not seeing people. And we just said, let's give it a go. And here we are, award nominees, and we're still going another
We
November
are.
in. So,
And
yeah,
this
so thanks for
podcast
listening.
is also a first for me because I haven't mentioned shit once.
You prick. You're such a prick. Oh, Alan. You've been great as always. So, we'll look. Buy us a coffee. Buy us a coffee if you like. That sounds really desperate. No, don't buy us a coffee. No, do buy us a coffee. But you don't
And
have to.
send nudes.
Yeah, yeah. So buy me a coffee.com/headdirect and send nudes. Yeah, do. The lads, oh, we never said the email address. If you do have any funny things that are wrecking your head, if you're walking in the street one day and you see something that's wrecking your head, take a picture of it and send it to us, the lads at headdirect.com. Thanks for listening. We
And
love
head underscore rect.
Yeah, and Head Right
on Instagram.
Podcast on Facebook. We love you.
That's it.
Alan, see you next week. Bye.
Slán.
Bye. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Do 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 do.